Your favorite Tara Little Bacon been hanging out with another winner of KYS Versus. This is Truth Speaks Volumes.
What up, what up, what up?
Okay, let's start with the name. What is a truth? What is a speaks? What is a volumes?
I mean, so my name came from a friend of mine. She made a book called Broken Closets, and it basically talks about different people's experiences in the LGBT community. And it's supposed to be anonymous chapters, and we got to name our chapter. Well, they gonna know now. My chapter is called Truth. And I went with that as my artist name at first, but I found out way too many rappers go by Truth. And so I'm like, all right, how can I just jazz it up a little bit? Yeah. And I added the Speaks Volumes on it, and, we've been rocking ever since.
Truth Speaks Volumes. Mm-hmm. Well, you gave me like a whole lot to really sink my teeth into, because now I'm curious about this chapter in this book, because I want to know more about you now at this point, because if you put it pen to paper, you must have really meant it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, really, it was just, the name came to me because it's important to live in your truth, and that's something that I'm learning. I'm a perfectionist. I look for outside validation a lot, so I'm trying to learn to validate myself. And so standing in my truth is important, and that's why I named it that chapter, and that's why I go by that name, because that's what I want people to do, and myself.
Okay, I can stand on that. I'm with that. So talk to me about your journey coming into your LGBTQIA life.
Well, I mean, I grew up in the church. So, that's like a lot of us, right? I grew up in the church. I was in the choir. I was in the dance crew. I was in everything you could think of. And I always had these feelings. I always knew something was different. And I think I told one of my cousins, I'm not going to say your name because I ain't going to make you feel bad. But I told my cousin, I think I was like 6. Sure. And I said, yeah, I like your friend. She's like, what friend? And I told her it was a girl. I can't remember her name. And like she smacked me in my face and was like, that's nasty. You don't do that. So, of course, just let it stay down for a little while. But when I got to high school, I was tired of faking the funk. I had these little boyfriends. I ain't really like them. It was just something to do.
Yeah, they just try.
Yeah. Like, y'all my friend. I don't really like y'all, so I'm breaking their heart and stuff like that. So I went on Christmas break. 9th grade came back. I was dressing how I wanted, feeling how I wanted, and that was it.
What brought you to your truth, and what made you really just make that leap and that stride? Just because I think that there's a lot of young people that are still kind of towing that line, but I really commend my young people for really seeing that in themselves a lot sooner. But what do you think that truth was to you? What made you jump?
Well, let me clear it up first. Mm-hmm. I started dressing how I wanted to dress, and I was living my life outside of my home.
Sure.
Now, I didn't stand in my truth fully, like tell my grandmother, tell my dad, until me and my wife were engaged. And I'm like, well, I can't get married and be out here. Like, how am I gonna explain that? Mm-hmm. That's, so I was like, okay, this is really it. It is what it is, and so that was 4 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was later in life that my friends knew, of course, everybody out in the public knew. But as far as like my family, they didn't know until then. I didn't actually say it. They probably knew. I mean,
okay, I was gonna say, I feel like, listen, our family be knowing. It's like we knew.
Yeah,
we knew.
Right. They would it wasn't confirmed until then for a lot of them. And so, yeah.
Well, dang, I love that you walk into your truth now, just because I just think it's worthwhile. Like, even if it's later on in life, there's always value in like finding the truth that you really want in your life, really sinking your teeth into that. But talk to me about the music piece. When did that truth begin then?
Man, I mean, I was always in the music. I was in the choir, like I said. I played piano.
I was gonna say, did you sing?
I did. I sang, yeah. I still sing a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, I try my.
Okay, no pressure.
We talk about that guy R&B project out right now.
Really?
Actually. But I started doing poetry in elementary school. That turned into writing raps in high school. But I was just doing it to be funny. Me and my friend, we would take like the hot songs and we would make them funny, like do little remixes.
Like the Hot Boys, pouring them out.
Yeah, this little silly, just tripping. And then I was like, man, I'm actually kind of good.
Okay.
And so I started recording little songs, but I was never consistent. Mm-hmm. So I got consistent with it probably in like 2015, 2016. Me and Babyface DC, that's one of my best friends, my business partner. Okay. We started making music together, and since then, I just been being consistent, like just putting everything out and seeing what catch.
Brought us here.
Yeah.
So give me some advice that you would offer to another artist that is still trying to get over that hill of getting consistent with their work. What advice would you offer them?
just do it. Just do it. Like, even if you have to challenge yourself, like if you say, you know what, it's 30 days in this month, I'm gonna write at least 5 songs. Like, you have to really challenge yourself, and you can't be scared to share it. That's another thing. People make stuff and they don't let anybody hear. How can we appreciate you? We don't hear what you got.
I think it's a delicate balance. Like,
It is.
there are some things that are work in progress that you really should have kept to yourself.
In fact.
But there are some works that are worth being heard also.
Yeah, and then but also you get feedback.
Yeah.
Because if you can be thinking like, man, and you should believe in yourself. Not saying you shouldn't believe in yourself, but it's also helpful to get outside opinion. People you trust.
Sure.
That want your best interest, not like little haters or something like that. But if you got a strong team, they gonna tell you, nah, man, you need to do it a little better, or you need to keep doing it. And so I have that, so I'm lucky.
Did you have trust in your record when you submitted for KYS Versus?
For sure.
Really?
100%.
Really?
I knew. Let me tell you something, man. Look, I don't want to
Tell me about your winning song.
I don't want to wrap y'all up, but I knew when I first heard the final mix. Shout out to Mellow Rhymes, he's the engineer, and shout out to J28. He did the song with me. When I heard the final mix, like no cap, I cried because I knew. I was like, this is the one that's gonna take me further than any other thing I've ever done. And so when I submitted it, I'm like, I had a lot of faith in it. No matter what, I was like, but I mean, you can ask my wife on them nights. I was like, man, this song kind of good. They about to play, but I still knew we was strong though.
You knew.
I knew. I knew.
I think that you kind of know, but I kind of hear when they know. Like, your fan base sounded really sure about it. Like, I definitely heard your wife. I said, thanks, wife. Hey, I be speaking back to them, but your fan base seemed really passionate to support you and really just excited to meet you where you are now. Mm-hmm. On that 5th night, were you sure that you had it in the bag since you just so sure and you walking in your truth?
Yeah, I had the bottle of champagne ready already.
Really? I noticed that. I saw that on the gram. I said, dang, she must have known she was going to win.
I went and bought it already. And then it's like, I feel like I kind of manifested this moment. I knew that, like, this is my time. And it just felt, either way, it was a win. Getting my song on the radio, that's a win for me. Like, even if I only made it 4 nights,
sure,
it's a win. That's 4 nights people got a chance to hear my song. But I just, my supporters, they was not going to let up. We bullied the lines, man.
Not they bullied. Y'all did bully. Y'all get on there early. I can't see none of that. It's anonymous all the way down. But I'd be like, dang. Oh, she's spanking them for real. Oh, she's spanking them for all. All right. Well, y'all hear it.
Shout out to y'all, cause yeah.
Are there any specific people that you want to shout out or give any shine to?
Well, definitely my wife first and foremost. That's my rock, my support. She hold me down, keep my little baby. We got a 1-year-old son.
Really?
Yeah, she keep him so I can get them late nights in the studio and doing all that. Shout out to J28 again for getting on the song, cause the song he helped make the song.
Sure.
Mellow Rhymes. I want to shout out Unmute the Mic, my business. We do kind of what you do. We highlight local artists and creators, poets and singers and rappers. Babyface DC, that's my business partner. My family, my friends, the collective. That's a group I was just about to mention, the R&B Project. It's 4 of us, and we just put out a EP called Pressure. So if you want, it's cuffing season, y'all. If you want to hear some good stuff.
Is it cuffing season? Did it meet us already?
The weather has changed. It's changing.
How did you cuff your wife? Like, how did it work? I'm just curious.
Man, you might got to ask her that.
Okay.
Nah,
she shook her head like, or did she cuff you?
She kind of cuffed me just a little bit. Look, she was the one that reached out to me. And you know what? She hit me with that, hey, stranger text.
Ooh.
Yeah, she did that. She did that.
Indeed.
And then I think I chilled with her. The first time I hung out with her, we've been together every day ever since, except for the night before we got married. So, and she ain't tired of me yet, so.
She said, oh.
Oh, maybe she
maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Mm-hmm. Black love.
Yes. That's
no, I love that for y'all. And I love that you're making the family thing work also with music, just because I think that it really creates special things, really. When you have a person that is happy in their life or they feel fulfilled in their other purposes, they can also make different work. So I will take this time also to do the shameless plug here. I see that you brought me a gift.
I did.
So if you give me a second to open this up.
Okay. Again, that's from my company, Unmute the Mic, me, my wife, and my best friend, Alicia Babyface DC Johnson. Y'all can find us on Instagram right there. Yeah. You seem like a hoodie girl, and you wearing a hoodie. Right
I
now,
am
so
a hoodie
I'm very
girl.
happy about
I
that.
am a hoodie girl. I am a shameless hoodie girl. But you know what? I'm into stealing hoodies.
For real?
Yeah, for sure.
Other people's.
I'm collecting quite the closet. I got some Supreme up there. I got some,
Okay.
I can't tell you what I got in the closet, but I'm collecting all types of hoodies. And now I got this one. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
no problem.
Talk to me about the Unmute the Mic business, because you said that that's a collective or a thing that you're working with.
Mm-hmm. So it's me and my wife and my best friend Alicia Johnson, Babyface DC, and it's basically a platform that highlights local artists. So we have a podcast on there called Speak Your Piece, which I host, and we do some interviews on there, and we have a series called Spotlight, and we have singers, rappers, poets. You know, we're trying to get comedians. We're trying to get a little bit of everything on there, and so we just finished our first season. And we're getting ready to start shooting season 2. But it's not limited just to local artists, but you know, that's the majority. But we went up to Philly for a day and got 3 artists from up there. So
now you moving.
We try, you know.
You're moving. You know, I feel like that it has to happen somewhere, and whether it's small or it feels small to you, like while you're in it, like that's definitely a huge splash, and it's making somebody's impact, and it's making the work happen.
I appreciate that.
What advice would you give to someone else about like collaborating like that? Because not everybody is into team sports or knows how to approach those kind of conversations.
You have to be open. Like I'm a Virgo, so I'm used to.
When's your birthday?
September 20th. It just happened. Yeah.
That's right. When I did call you, you said it was your birthday.
I was at birthday dinner, but that was like a great gift to me. Yeah, so we was eating good, and now I'm like, okay, we in there. But I would just say, yeah, be open, because it's so much magic happens, man, when you collab with other artists. I mean, they make you excel, you make them excel, and just so many good things could come out of it. I mean, since I've been going hard this year, like I've been really going hard with the music. I've collabed with Paris J28, La Bass, A-Rise, Mellow Rhymes, just a couple of DMV artists that's on the rise as well.
Sure.
I got my wish list of some people I would like to work with in the DMV.
Anybody?
Macy, if you're seeing this, Ziggy for sure.
Okay.
And I definitely would like to do a song with a go-go band too at some point.
Really?
Yeah, like you know, Wale did the bait joint, and he did pretty good. Yeah, something like that. I would like to. You know,
what XIB just did a pressure joint. I saw in front of Ari Lennox, and that joint went crazy.
I
was about to say it was crazy.
I saw her in there doing like this. I seen her, and I said, "That's love," and it was fire. Fire.
It's just I think that we have to marry go-go with the music that we love now. Like we have to keep continuing on that process. We loved go-go because it bonded with the things that we knew and the things that we love, and it bonded with go-go. So you know, there's that on that. Yeah. You talked about an R&B project that's out right now, right?
That's out right now. It came out the end of August. It's called Pressure, and it's by The Collective. So The Collective has a 3 for the E, and it's myself, Mellow Rhymes, Sweets, Is Love, and Babyface DC.
Sure.
And 6 tracks. Paris J is featured on it. It's a solid project. Like I say, I mean, it's raining right now. Play that thing. Yeah. On your way to your boo. I don't know.
Yeah, setting the scene. I saw the little vision
it's
right
nice,
there.
It's nice. We getting a lot of good feedback from it.
Sure. Well, with the rest of the year still ahead of us and beyond this KYS Versus win, what do you got planned for yourself?
Well, I just want to just keep hitting the ground hard. Got some open mics I want to go to. I'm actually in a showcase tonight, hosted by Just Business Events. It's going to be at ZK Lounge in DC. They're going to do it every Thursday. They highlight 15 local artists showcase every week. So myself and J28, we're going to open that tonight. Just keep doing documentaries. Meet the Mike also does documentary films.
Wow.
And myself was actually the featured song in our latest documentary.
Okay.
It's about up-and-coming PG County boxer Francois Scarborough Jr. And he going for 3-0 right now. He gonna make some noise. So the song, I actually made the song for the documentary.
Wow, really?
Yeah, they was like, yo, can you make a song? I'm like, I don't usually work like that. You know, I usually just, and I was like, okay, fine, you know. Yeah. And it turned out to be the reason I'm sitting here with you. So shout out to Scarborough Nation, because
full circle.
I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm so grateful.
I love that you are fighting the stigma every single day that the DMV doesn't work together. and that we don't have collaborators and that it doesn't exist. Like, we are fighting that every single day. Like, thank you for dismantling that.
I got
and helping in the cause.
I got you. Because I thought the same thing at one point. But until I actually, like, got out here and started touching the people, like, it's like, okay, that's not true. We don't got to leave.
You got to work. You got to find them. You got to go where you're appreciated. Like, your people are out there, but you got to find them people.
It's facts.
Thank you. Thank you. I just needed somebody else to say it. That's why I'm so charged up about it. I just need somebody else to say it. But you have a great message, a great cause. And where can we celebrate you? Where can we stream you? Where can we show you love and everything else?
Well, I'm on Instagram at truth_speaks_volumes. The mic is on there as well. My music is on all platforms. And, you know, I got a solo project I'm working on now. It's to be announced, the release date.
No pressure.
Stream myself music video. That's on YouTube right now. It's doing well. Yeah, we're going to keep grinding.
Easy. Or to the DMV and beyond, you can recap this interview and more at Little Bacon Bear, at littlebaconbear.com. Now, those are my air horns. I just need to go ahead and get some air horns at this point.
Yeah.
But those are my air horns. You can introduce your record to the DMV one time.
Hey, shout out to everybody watching this interview. It's Truth Speaks Volumes. Listen to my new song, Myself, featuring J28 right now.